Welcome to episode 93 of CHRYSALIS, The Family Adventures. It is titled, Are We Going Somewhere or Are We Getting Nowhere? And it captures the overarching frustration the characters are experiencing around this time, with prices going down, debt up, portending a re-slowing down of Joey's business, parole for Josh seeming a sure thing, then Walinsky warning Josh he has no control over that, and it's entirely up to the court. The telephone questioning of Joey and Josh, portending little guarantee of Samantha and Kamala's success in convicting their cop abuser, and Amanda's visit to Josh, seeming to reveal the harsh limits keeping them apart and the relationship less secure. Please be advised that this podcast exists to promote the script for my TV show, CHRYSALIS, The Family Adventures. Thank you for listening. Fade in. Internal, Joey's auto repair shop, Dave. He's setting things up. Sergio and Julio are there. Julio, observing one of the cars. Que desastre. Julio smiles. Sergio, what happened with this? Joey, somebody had a major crash. Parts got thrown in all different directions. Sergio, phew, I feel bad for them. Joey, smiling. Hey, it's more work for us, which we really need. God intervened. Now watch, with gas prices coming down, they're all going to start coming in today. Julio, escuche que han subido de vuelta. Joey, English please. Sergio, he says he heard they're starting to go back up. Joey, no, we got to deal with Iran, so they're going to keep going down. Sergio, but now they're fighting again. They're fighting over who gets control of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran attacked a ship, so now the U.S. is retaliating. Iran says that ship didn't pass the right way. Julio, locura. Sergio, si. Joey, well, who are they to make up the rules? They lost the war. Sergio, they don't think so. Joey, you mean we're going to have to go right back into this hell? Sergio, yeah, I'm afraid. Así es. Joey, real pain in the groin. Well, I hope our armed forces really kicked their ass good this time. They forgot how painful it was before, how quickly people forget. Because I'm not going through this again. A customer enters the shop. Joey, you see, we're not having that kind of drop-off. Julio, well, después un rato, tienen que entrar. Oh, sorry, eventually they've got to come in. They need to use their cars. Joey, yes, but I hate this game of cat and mouse trying to get the customers to come in. Well, let's get to work and earn our pay. The customer has entered the office. Joey, well, good morning, sir. Thank you for choosing Joey's Auto Repair. How can I help you today? Internal, jail, Josh's cell, day. Walinsky, how are you keeping up here? Going out of your skull? Josh, how'd you know? Walinsky, oh, I just figured. Josh, you ever been in jail? Walinsky, no, except to visit clients. That's the number one complaint. So you want to find out how long you're going to stay here? I can only inquire about when the parole board is due to meet, but I can't move up the meeting. You'll just have to sit tight. Josh, you mean there's nothing we can do about that? Walinsky, yeah, it's like a trial. If there is a backlog, which there usually is, you just have to wait. Josh, my mom was saying I have to get you on it because otherwise it'll drag on. Walinsky, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's not how it works. I know it's disconcerting to feel in limbo about how much time you'll get, but this is unfortunately how it is. It's a long time to 2 years, which is the minimum you'll get. By then you'll know. Not knowing is just one of the tortures new inmates with parole go through, but after a while you'll get over it as you get used to it, and one day goes into the next. This is just the initial period when parolees go through parole torture as they wait to find out. It usually doesn't come out right away because they want to observe your behavior over time. So that's how it's going to be, young man. Internal, external, entrance to high school corridor. The usual girls are coming in. Samantha, Kamala, Angela, Cathy, and a very tired Amanda. Samantha to Amanda. Busy weekend, huh? Amanda, I almost skipped out of coming in. Samantha, well, I'm glad you made it. I don't see you much anymore. Amanda, oh, I almost died. We had 2 weddings on Saturday. Bringing food, taking dishes back and forth all day Saturday. I thought I was going to die. I never seen that many people or food in one place at the same time. Made out nice in tips, though. I'll treat you all to something. The lull of background conversation seems to stop. Amanda, wow, you say you'll treat and everybody gets quiet. I have to remember that. Samantha, how was your weekend, Cathy? Cathy, oh, by comparison, kind of boring. I watched a movie, nothing exciting. Angela, what movie? Cathy, it was like a really old classic called On the Waterfront. Angela, what's it about? Cathy, oh, these really tough guys get mixed up in a scheme that leads to murder. It's really well done. Angela, Kamala, all right, we better get to class. Samantha, no, that's Amanda's line. Kamala, I actually said it before she was saying it. Amanda, today doesn't feel like a day for it, and I have no idea why. They shuffle on towards their classrooms. Cathy, maybe all that work. Amanda, yeah, that's probably it. Kamala, we did political calls for campaigns, but Samantha's dad broke it up and said we couldn't do it in his house. Samantha, he's actually violating our civil right to lobby and to protest. Kamala, but you can't dismiss the technicality that it was happening in his house. Amanda, how's your trial going? I see you came in today. Kamala, they're doing last-minute deliberations by questioning witnesses in absentia, and tomorrow they do final deliberations. Samantha, I'm so over that trial at this point. It took too long. Kamala, unfortunately, that's the trend now, justice delayed. At least we're not waiting on the inside. Samantha, oh my God, that makes me think of Josh. I hate that he has to be in there for so long just because he wanted to go to a concert. Amanda, I saw him last night. He said he's going to ask his lawyer to speed up the parole board meeting, so he's hanging on that. Kamala, I don't think you can do that. I think they go by a schedule like when you got in, and nobody can change that unless someone loses their parole. Amanda, oh, he's going to be so upset. Kamala, well, he's still got to do time. Maybe by the time the board meets, he'll have calmed down. Angela, I heard there's actually prisoners who don't want to leave prison. Samantha, oh, that can't be true. Kamala, actually it is because they get so used to it they're scared to leave. Okay, they file into classrooms, mostly the same one. Internal, Joey's auto repair shop day. Joey is busy working on the car the customer brought in. He's got his automatic valve replacers helping him lift up old valves and replace them with new ones. Joey. Joey's auto repair shop. Oh, his phone rings. Sorry. Joey. Joey's auto repair shop. How can I help you? Watkins. Voiceover filtered. This is Luke Watkins, DA from Los Angeles County Criminal Court. How are you, sir? Joey. Oh no, what happened now? I know nothing about nothing. Watkins. Voiceover filtered. Relax. I'm sorry if I alarmed you. No one on your end is in trouble. I'm actually calling on behalf of your daughter, Samantha Stivic, regarding a criminal complaint she and her partner filed against one of our officers 6 years ago for abusive mistreatment. Joey. Oh yeah, I know about that. Watkins. Filtered. Can you tell me what you do know? Joey. Only what she told me, sir. But listen, I'm kind of tied up at the moment. Things were really slow here, and now they're starting to pick up again, and I don't want to fall behind. Watkins. Voiceover. Filtered. All right, I'll make it quick. I just want you to know this call is being recorded and ask if I have your permission to proceed. Joey, as he keeps on his work. I got nothing to hide. Watkins. Voiceover. Filtered. Great. When she arrived home after the reported assault, was her condition worse, better, or the same as before that? Joey. She was kind of upset and rambunctious. Honestly, I didn't know if it was because her mother was keeping her at home or not, but then she OD'd on pills. That was unusual. That's not like her. She had never done drugs before, so something was definitely wrong with her. Watkins. Voiceover. Filtered. Have you ever known her to lie? Joey. How many questions is this going to be? You said you'd be short. You just lied. Watkins, voiceover filter. No, I mean, do you think she'd go as far as to make up a false charge against someone in a court of law? Joey. Nah, she's a royal pain in the ass, but she knows her right from wrong. I don't think she'd ever do that. Now, she might have pissed off the cop and drove him to molest her because of the way she carries on, in which case, I hope he gets full justice. Watkins. Voiceover filtered. Thank you, Mr. Stivic. Now, just hold on for the accused defense attorney. Joey. No, I don't think so. Listen, I gotta get back to work. I would just tell him the same thing. He hangs up his phone. Internal courthouse, room, day. Watkins and Stern are there at a table, side by side. Watkins, are you satisfied? Stern, yes, I don't think it really matters much. Let's question the brother. He's incarcerated, so he can't hang up. Internal, jail, Josh's cell, day. The warden comes over. Warden, you got an important call, Boozy. They say it's from a court. Josh, hopeful. Oh, maybe they're really litigating my case. Warden, no, your case is set. It's another court. Josh looks really afraid as the two of them leave the cell and proceed to another room. Internal, corridor to other room, day. Josh, oh no, what ghost of my past have they dredged up? Warden, can't say. Have you been in L.A.? Josh, oh, thank goodness, no. But he still looks curious and troubled. They come to the room. Internal, jail, the room, day. An officer is at a desk where Josh enters, led by the warden. Warden, all right, call me when you're done. Officer, will do, deputy. Have a seat, young man. The warden is gone. Officer, all right, Joshua Stivic, I have two attorneys on the line from L.A. County Court who wish to question you about a case involving your sister, I understand. Watkins, voiceover filtered. Hello, Joshua Stivic. I am Luke Watkins, the prosecuting attorney in case 8277, The People versus Los Angeles police officer Justin Braddock, in which the plaintiffs, which includes your sister, Samantha Stivic, claim they were invasively sexually assaulted by Officer Braddock in their rears with a police stick during an arrest. Josh, that's completely true. Watkins, voiceover filtered. Okay, thank you. First, I need to tell you that you are being recorded. Josh, that's okay, sir. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Watkins, hold on. I need to confirm that you are Joshua Stivic. Josh, I am. Watkins, voiceover filtered. And you're the plaintiff's brother? Josh, affirmative. Watkins, filtered, voiceover filtered. I also have with me defense attorney Lucinda Stern. Josh. Hello, Lucinda Stern. Stern, voiceover filtered. Hello, Mr. Stivic. Josh. Hello. Watkins, voiceover filtered. So you stated you believe your sister, Samantha Stivic, was sodomized by L.A. police officer Justin Braddock. Josh. Yes. Watkins, voiceover filtered. And on what basis do you believe it happened as she said? Josh. On the basis that I know my sister would not lie about something like that. If she said something happened, I believe her. She wouldn't lie just to get somebody in trouble. In fact, she even told me I didn't have to go to the concert that got me in trouble, even though she wanted me to go. She's always looking out for me. She's a good kid. Watkins, voiceover filtered. What did you notice about her different after the alleged assault? Josh. Oh, she clearly looked beaten up and was disheveled like she'd been crying. She was also very on edge, like she ran upstairs saying to everybody to stop pressuring her. Watkins, voiceover filtered. Were people pressuring her? Josh. Well, not what you or I would consider pressure, but I understand that feeling so violated the way she did. She must have been feeling shame, which she turned into anger, like she didn't feel comfortable with people asking her about it. Watkins, voiceover filtered. What about her partner? How did she seem? Josh. She seemed to have it more together than but I don't know her well enough to know how this had affected her. But clearly Samantha was really shaken. A few days later, she was crying and shaking in her bed, and she wanted me to hold her. That calmed her down. But prior to the assault, she and I were always fighting like brothers and sisters fight. The fact that she turned to me surprised me, and I was a little nervous at first to hold her. Watkins, voiceover filtered. How was she after that? Josh, oh, she was clearly falling apart. After a family conference in which Mom said no one could go out anymore, it was still during the time of the pandemic lockdown, she ran upstairs saying, I hate you," to all of us. And then came the moment when she decided to down those pills, whatever she could find in the medicine cabinet. She had clearly been unraveling over time. After she downed the pills, she had to be taken to the hospital. Thanks to a good doctor there, she was able to heal. I don't think all the things I just described would happen just like that. And even when she finally returned home, she was still having nightmares about someone shooting a gun off in the house. So it's clear these paranoid visions haunted her even then. Watkins, voiceover, filtered. Does she still have those nightmares? Josh. No, she seemed to get better once she was acclimated to life in the outside world. But as far as I know, she's still in therapy and taking medication, which she never had to take before. Watkins, voiceover filtered. Okay, thank you, Mr. Stivic. Your witness, Ms. Stern. Stern, voiceover filtered. I understand you're presently incarcerated, Mr. Stivic. May I ask you what got you into jail? Josh, I was on lockdown at home. My girlfriend wanted me to sneak out to go to a concert with her and some friends. I was afraid to go, but I love my girlfriend, and so I told myself I'll probably get arrested, but this will be one last hurrah. Stern, voiceover filtered. You must really have loved that girl to take this risk knowing it could land you in prison. Josh, yes, I love her with all my heart. Stern, voiceover filtered. So you weren't mad at her for pressuring you into a dangerous situation? Josh, no, I love her more than anything. She visits me almost every day, except when her work gets crazy. I live for those moments. Stern, voiceover filtered. All right, you say you were on lockdown. What do you mean by lockdown? Josh, back a few years ago, my dad discovered that I was hacking, and he took away my phone. Then the school discovered the hack. Stern, voiceover filtered. What school? Josh, Santa Ana High School. Stern, voiceover filtered. I see. What did they do? Josh, they suspended me, and then my dad locked me in my room. Stern, voiceover filtered. That's it? According to the records, you were only arrested recently. How did you get arrested now after years of home punishment? Josh, well, like I said, my girlfriend got me to go to a concert. Stern, voiceover filtered. How did she get you out of the house? Did she assist your escape? Josh, no, I knew how to escape through the window. Stern, voiceover filtered. This is still a little confusing. How did the police get to you? Were you on an ankle monitor in exchange for the freedom to stay at home? Josh, yeah, I had escaped once before, so that's when they decided to put me on an ankle monitor. Stern, voiceover filtered. Why did you escape the first time? Josh, I was trying to find my girlfriend, but when I couldn't find her, I changed my mind and decided to be good and study really hard. Stern, voiceover filtered. Well, evidently that didn't last too long because you snuck out again, knowing you could get in deep trouble. Josh, it actually did last a long time. She'd come by and it was great. It was only recently that I snuck out to have a good time with her, and this time I was more reluctant. But what can I say? The lure of the chance to enjoy a show and dance with my girlfriend was too great. Stern, voiceover filtered. Even at the risk of going to jail? Josh, yeah, because that time might never come again. Stern, voiceover filtered. Well, I can't argue with that. So tell me, where was Samantha in all this? Josh, she went with us to the concert. Stern, voiceover filtered. And it didn't? Josh, she told me I didn't have to go if I was feeling so nervous. Stern, voiceover filtered. You were feeling nervous? Josh, of course I was. I didn't want to get caught. Stern, voiceover filtered. But the lure of dancing with your girl at a concert was too strong to stop you. Josh, yeah, I love her, and she wanted me to go so bad, so I decided to take the risk. Stern, voiceover filtered. Has the arrest affected her badly? Josh, of course, she loves me. Stern, voiceover filtered. Did she do anything extreme or unusual in her upset? Josh, no, at least nothing that I'm aware of. Stern, voiceover filtered. I see. Okay, thank you, Mr. Stivic, for sharing your candid thoughts. It sounds like you have a good, close relationship with Samantha. Josh, yes, I do. Watkins, voiceover filtered. Okay, Mr. Stivic, we'll be signing off now. Thank you for your testimony. Josh, sure. Officer, okay, that'll be all, Mr. Stivic. He pushes a button. Officer, hi, this is Schofield. Send the warden back here to return Mr. Stivic back to his cell. Internal, the jail, visiting area, day. Josh is sitting across from Giselle. Giselle, I heard the court in L.A. questioned you about Samantha. Josh, don't worry, I said only good things. Giselle, well, she's not the one on trial. I hope you told the truth. Josh, well, the truth as far as I know. I wasn't there at the scene. I told them she wouldn't make something like this up. I told them she was a responsible person and she'd never make up a false charge. Giselle, you think they believed you? Josh, who knows? Lawyers. They always got an angle. Giselle, yeah, I remember when I went to court. It was a huge battle trying to defend your sister, at least when that defense lawyer was drilling me. Josh, really? She asked me almost nothing about Samantha. She wanted to know about my arrest. Giselle, of course. They want to make light of her having a brother who's an incarcerated delinquent to put doubt in the jury's minds. So do you still feel at the end of your rope? Like you can't stand it anymore? Josh, Amanda came after you did, and that picked up my spirits really a lot. Giselle, I see. You're so spoiled. I come by every day and nothing. You complain like it's the end of the world. She comes once, and all of a sudden you're on top of the world. Josh, would you rather I be miserable all the time? Giselle, you shouldn't need another person to affect your moods to such extremes. Josh, well, if they go to good, Giselle, you see, that's the thing. Once you're depending on someone else to pull you into good, that's dangerous. And number two, nobody's life is always good. But that doesn't mean you have to fall apart when it feels bad. That's when you got to tough it out. You got it? Josh, I don't know. Giselle, well, you have to know. You're the one who put yourself here. Now you got to learn how to deal with it. You just have to keep telling yourself every time that bad feeling starts to come your way, this is what I chose. I can do it because I'm tough. I'm made of steel. Keep telling yourself that. That's how I got through some of the worst times in my life. I can do it because I'm tough and made of steel. Josh, what about I chose this? I didn't choose this. Giselle, when you were about to go out to the concert, you knew what would happen. Raises up and widens eyes at him. So what's the surprise? You chose it. You chose it because you're a tough soldier. You said to yourself, so what if it happens? I'm tough and made of steel. That's what you got to remember when you get down. Josh, thanks, Ma. I'm amazed at how many wise things you say. Giselle, it takes going through stuff to appreciate them. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. Internal, jail, visiting area. A few moments later, Amanda is with Josh. Amanda, what happened? I thought your ma comes later. It seemed like forever waiting. For her, they interrupt me. For me, they keep me waiting. Josh, damn, life really is unfair. But if it makes you feel any better, you're the highlight of my day. Amanda, yeah, I know. There was an uncomfortable pause between them. Josh, are you really pissed? Amanda, no, honey. I shouldn't take it out on you. Josh, do you think we'll make it? I mean, the lawyer said it'll be a while before my parole board. What if we have to wait 3 or 4 years? Can you hold out? Amanda, I don't know, but I'll try. Josh, suddenly deflated. You mean you're not sure? Amanda, I'm really tired, but I'm still coming. That should make you happy. Josh, it does. Uncomfortable silence. Josh, do you think we're trying too hard? Amanda, maybe. It's a lot of effort for a mere 10 minutes of non-contact. Josh, Amanda, please don't leave me. You're all I got. She looks discomforted by his words. Amanda, all right, look, let's not think for the long term. Let's just take it one day at a time, okay? Fade out. Thank you, everybody, for listening. See you next week.